Guys, and welcome to NASA Boot Camp 2020. I'm just going to stop counting the days of social distancing we're participating in, so from here on out, not even going to mention it again until we get back actually into the gym at NASA. So today, what you're going to need is something with a little weight, so like a textbook. You're also going to need possibly an actual textbook or something that's slightly elevated. I try to get a hardcover if you're going to grab a textbook, and then definitely make sure you're wearing grippy shoes or tennis shoes that have rubber on the end. Don't do this in your socks. I know some of these videos I've been doing in my socks because if I could, I would walk around barefoot. And then the other thing you are going to need is a broom. If you don't have a broom, PVC pipe works, a shovel will work, essentially anything with a stick, okay? So starting off, what we are doing is 2 minutes of cardio. You're calling what you want to do. If you want to do jumping jacks, if you want to run high knees, run in place, butt kicks, your call. 2 minutes of something. It's supposed to be nice out this afternoon, so if you decide to do this afternoon, I'd highly suggest going outside, getting that 2 minutes in, soaking up some vitamin D, and then possibly heading out later to get the extra 8 minutes for 10 minutes of total in the sun. If you're fair skinned, remember to wear sunblock. So after you get done doing those 2 minutes of cardio, however you choose, we're going to start with our movements. We've got 3 of them. You're going to do them 3 times each, or 3 rounds of them. First thing we're starting off with is a T-spine opener. I'm going to do this from 2 different views. So you're going to start with, you're going to be back in a lunge. Your palm is going to be down next to your foot. Our elbow is going down on the inside of our leg, and we're rolling up, hands all the way up. So then you'll come back down, rolling in again, and back up, okay? So just like this. If you want to see that from the front, and come this way, I'll do a couple on my opposite side. So again, foot flat on the ground, hand on the ground right next to it, palm down, coming in on the inside. So the leg that's out, you're going to have that same arm out. So if my right leg's out in the lunge position, I'm using my right arm to move. Left hand's going to be on the ground. So again, inside of our foot, coming up, and then back down. Take your time on this movement. We don't need a rush. Again, we're just kind of stretching and ready to do a couple other movements. After that, we're doing 10 lunges, forward or backward, reverse, your call, okay? And last, we're going to do good mornings with no weight, or straight leg deadlift, whatever you want to call it. Knees are going to be soft. We're bending at the hips or pushing those back. You should feel a bit of a stretch in your hamstring, and then coming back up again. You can have your hands crossed on your chest if you want. We're keeping the back nice and flat and trying to pull that belly button in towards our core, to our spine. Keeping our weight in our heels, okay? So you'll go through those movements 3 times. After that, we're getting into the workout. So today, we're doing tabata. Tabata traditionally is 8 rounds of 20 to 40 seconds of doing work, and then 10 to 20 seconds off. Today, what I'm suggesting is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 8 rounds. If you're just starting to do boot camp, trying to get used to it, I'd suggest just 4 rounds of everything, so that would be 2 minutes total. So that would just be, we'll start with 20 seconds on of in and out squats, 10 seconds off, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. That would be 1 minute, and then you do that additionally. So your call if you want to do 4 or 8 rounds, but we want to make sure the intensity stays up. So while you're doing it, you're working really, really hard. You should be sweating by the end of this. So let's go over our movements, make this quick and painless. Yesterday we did a lot of upper body stuff. Today we're going to do a little bit more lower body. So starting out, we're doing in and out squats. So we're going down, feet are next to each other. I don't want them tight like this. Feet are right under our shoulders, armpits, whatever you want to call it. Okay, we're squatting down, and then you go out. So now my feet are outside my shoulders. If you want to, you can put your hands down on the ground or back staying nice and flat, keeping neutral spine. If you're uncomfortable jumping up and down, you can squat down. When you come up, step out. So down and up. Okay? So you can step out to the side. I switch up sides every round. I've got a book kind of in my way right now, but so down and then out to my right, and then when I come down again, I'd go out to my left. Okay? So that's the first one. Next thing we're doing is called a ground to shelf. So this is where you're going to grab your object, your textbook, something with a little weight. You're going to pick it up. We're going to start outside our knee. It says ground to shelf. I don't actually want you to pull it up off the ground. You don't need to be doing this. I want us squatted down slightly, like that. We're coming up across our body. We're keeping on the balls of our feet. I'm not locking things in place. And then pressing up. Okay? So out, again, I'm turning my feet and up. Back is staying nice and flat, spine staying neutral. How that looks from the front is down, coming up and across, and then pushing out. So, with that being said, you'll stay 20 seconds doing one side, you'll take your 10-second break, then you'll do 20 seconds on the other. So, after you get done with the 8 sets of that, or if you want to do 4 is fine. We're going on to curtsy lunges. So, curtsy lunge is a reverse lunge, but your leg that's reversing is going kind of crossing behind you. So you're going out just like this. Again, staying nice and straight up, weight staying in our heel, or coming up. You can either stay on the same side the whole time, or you can switch back and forth. So just like this. This would be staying on one side, or switching every one. So 20 seconds of that. Just make sure the number stays somewhat close to the same sides. If you want to make it a little harder, you can put your book on the ground. Make sure it's on a surface that isn't going to slide a ton. I like having my feet a little bit elevated when I do this type of thing. So you come up like this, squat down, and then turn. I would switch feet. Again, see, you want to make sure that you're on a strong surface where it isn't going to be moving a lot. I'd highly suggest doing this on a cinder block, maybe something with a little weight. Just because the book, again, is going to move. I was going to originally do this class outside today, but it's still a little chilly and gloomy, so we're doing it inside. Again, 8 rounds of that, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Next, we're going to a wide grip push-up. So, hands are going to be out nice and wide. You can either stay on your knees or you can come up on your toes. Going down and coming up. Okay? So 2 options there, on your knees or on your toes. You just want to make sure that your hands are outside your shoulders. Okay? From the side, either doing it on your knees or up on your toes. Okay? Next thing we are doing is our single leg deadlift. So, you're going to be standing up, knees are going to be soft, slightly bent. We're going back to where you're comfortable. You're going to kind of feel a little bit of a stretch in your hamstring. Your back should be nice and flat, spine should be neutral. And coming back up. I would just do 20 seconds on one leg, take that 10-second break, and then switch legs. Careful as you see, I'm kind of tipping over. If you want to add a little weight to that, you can have your book out in front of you, or whatever weighted object you grab. Going down and up, okay? So single leg deadlift. Last we're doing is overhead squat. This is where you're going to need to grab your broom, your PVC pipe, some sort of object that's long and not too heavy. So we're going to kind of test our flexibility. You're going to want to go out pretty wide, as you can see. Got one hand all the way on the handle and the other hand's on the head of the broom. We are squatting down to where you're comfortable and coming back up. You can only go down this low, that's fine. You're still working the muscle and we're working on that flexibility. So keeping our weight in our heels, knees are tracking over our toes, going down and coming up. Okay, so that's the workout for today. There is your tabata. I'm going to record core separately. We're doing a tabata for that too. If you guys want to see it, click on the next video.